So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial. We are going to create a simple HTML5 animated banner, and right now you can see what we are going to be doing. A few things that I want to say. One of them is that in this tutorial I am not going to show you how you can prepare this for the Google AdWords, but I am going to provide a link in the description for the tutorial where I am showing that. And also we are not going to be working with the Google AdWords banner size because that would be like too small for the tutorial, so I have the size which is bigger. Other thing is that I also created the same tutorial, not the same tutorial, but a very similar tutorial in Adobe After Effects, and I am going to also put that in the description. And I also created these tutorials in Adobe Animate and also in the After Effects in Spanish, and I am going to put the Animate version of the Spanish, this version, to the description also. The last thing that I want to say before we will start is that I also created, and I just want to show you, this kind of interactive banner with the JavaScript. So basically I have my presents like so, and if I go with my mouse over them, they are going to jump like this, and I am also going to put this to the description. But yeah, in this tutorial we are going to create this animation, and right now we can go ahead and start. So right now I'm on the site Freepik, and I'm going to provide you a link in the description, and I'm also going to give you the PNGs that we are going to create right now. So if you want, you can skip this part and you can go directly to the Adobe Animate. But yeah, all you need to do is click download, go with pre-download, and just save this. I'm going to hit cancel because I already did this. And one thing that I want to mention, that I have to mention, is that if you want to use this commercially, you will have to attribute the author or go premium on the Freepik. But yeah, right now I will go to the place where I have it, and I'm going to have a zip file, and I'm going to right click, choose extract here, and then I'm going to double click on this IE file, and it is going to open me this in Illustrator. I can zoom in and zoom out with Alt and mouse wheel, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create new document, so Control N. And right now I can go with this 672 by 560. This is like double size of the Google AdWords banner size, which is 336 by 280. Later on I could scale this in Adobe Animate, but yeah, I would like to go with this size. You can choose whatever size that you want, and I'm going to hit create. Now I will go back to the initial document, and I can see that they are not connected, so I do not need to ungroup them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose few of them, so I will click on this one, with shift on this one, and maybe on this one, but you can choose like anything else that you want, and I'm going to drag this to the new document like so. Right now I can go ahead and approximately scale it so they are like the same size. But yeah, this is like they are all different, so we are not going to have the exactly same size, but something like this. Now I am going to go to the Adobe Animate, and in Adobe Animate I am going to create the new document, and I will go with the same sizes, so I'm going to go with 672 by 560. I want this to be HTML5 canvas. Frame rate is fine as it is, and I'm going to create. And I will just very quickly show you that what you could do is, and this must open, but what I could do is I could go ahead and drag this one by one to the Adobe Animate like so, and right now I could go ahead and go paste as bitmap. This would make it as a pixels, as an image, but I don't like this option because it make the quality a little bit low, so I don't like this. Another option is paste using iFile imported preferences. This is like a good option, but sometimes Adobe Animate creates some kind of weirdness when I do this way, so I could go ahead and do it like so. It is going to have good quality, it is going to be vector, and you can do this, as I said, like this, but I don't like to use it like so because sometimes Adobe Animate creates something which doesn't make sense. So I'm going to delete this. I will go to the library and I'm going to also delete this from the library because I do not want to have it in there. And what I'm going to do instead is I will go to the Photoshop and I'm going to create a new file. And right now it depends. I will go maybe with something like 300 pixels by 300 pixels, like so. I want this to be pixels. I want this resolution 72 RGB. So I do not want to change anything, and I'm just going to hit create. And now I am going to drag them to the Photoshop, like so, one by one, and yeah, I can scale it later on. So it doesn't allow me to drag them all at once. So I will have to do it like this. So also this one, like so. Okay, and right now the last one. And what we are going to do is we are going to save this as a PNG. Now one little issue, and that's we need to rotate this little bit because they are like rotated a little bit strange. I could use in the Freepik something that is like so, but yeah, I had an intuition, I don't know, to go with this. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Ctrl T, and I'm going to position this little bit down, and I'm going to rotate it a little bit like so. And okay, this is fine. Now I'm going to hide this, show this one, and I'm going to go like this, Ctrl T. I'm going to rotate this little bit. Okay, I'm not going to do this perfectly, but I will try at least little bit. So this one the same, Ctrl T, and rotate it little bit like so. And right now the last one, so Ctrl T, and rotate this little bit, and like so. Now I can go ahead, I can rotate this little bit better, maybe like this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale them a little bit. So right now like so, I can scale this. I am not holding shift or anything, and I'm going to position this to the center. Okay, I'm going to hide this. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So Ctrl T like so, and scale this little bit and position it to the center. It is going to snap automatically. It should. The same thing with this one. So let me go to that layer, Ctrl T, and I'm going to scale this little bit, snap this to the center like so. Okay, and the same thing very quickly with the last one, Ctrl T, but I will have to be on that layer, and I'm going to scale this like so, and I'm going to put it to the center. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this background, and I can go ahead and show all of them for a second, and I can go to the crop tool, so C or this one, and I can crop this at least a little bit like so, so, and like so, because we do not need this extra space, so something like this. And now what I'm going to do is one by one I am going to save them as PNGs. So I will go to the export as, and yeah, I want this as a PNG. I do not want this smaller file, so I do not want this to be checked, and I'm just going to click export, and I will go to the place where I want to have it. So very quickly I will go in here. I have in here my folder, and I'm going to create a new folder which I'm going to call images, and I will go inside, and I'm going to call this to be present one, and I'm going to hit save. So yeah, right now I am going to skip this part, and one by one I am going to save them, and I will see you in Adobe Animate in few moments. Alright, so right now I'm in the Adobe Animate, and for some of you who had skipped the part with the Illustrator and Photoshop, I'm going to create a new document so you can see. So I'm going to go with Ctrl N, and I want this to be 672 by 560, and I'm going to just hit create, and we want this to be HTML5 canvas, and I'm going to create the old document. Now I will go to the place where I have my images in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them, and I'm going to drag them in here. Now what I am going to do is I am going to position them a little bit. So this one I will position in here, this one I will position in here, this one maybe I can put in here, And this one for now I'm going to put in here. If you cannot see things outside of the stage, you will have to go with this one, clip content outside of the stage. Now probably we will have to scale them down a little bit. So what we are going to do is select all of them, go with Q or free transform tool and scale this like so. But right now we will have to hold the shift. So yeah, something like this, and yeah, maybe I can scale this little bit more, maybe not, I don't know, something like this. And now I'm going to very quickly position them approximately like so. I am using my arrows and I am also using shift to go a little bit more, something like this, and the last one like so. So now what we need to do is we need to put them to the separated layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this layer 1, or I can select them like so, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose distribute to layers, and right now we are going to have 4 different layers. Now what we need to do is convert them to the symbol one by one, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to animate them. So I will go to the modify, I will go to the convert to symbol or F8. I am not going to name this, symbol 1 is fine. I want this to be a movie clip and I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to go with the shortcut F8, OK, F8, OK, and the last one like so. Okay, so this is fine. Now what I'm going to do is I can go ahead and extend the timeline for all of them. So I'm going to position myself like so on the timeline, and I will go maybe to the frame 220, and I'm going to right click and choose insert frame or F5. Now we can go ahead and start the animation. So maybe I can go ahead and start with this one. So what I'm going to do is I will go to the frame maybe 20, and I'm going to create a new keyframe F6, or you can right click insert keyframe, and on this keyframe I am going to, with my shift and arrow, top arrow, position this up. Maybe in here, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depends on you. Now what I need to do is I need to get this keyframe to the frame 40. I can go ahead and hold Alt, or I guess it's Option, and I'm going to just drag it like so to copy this. Or what you can do is you can right click, copy frames, and go in here and paste frames. But usually what I do is I just hold Alt and I do it like so. Now what we need to do is create classic twin. So I can go ahead in here and create classic twin and do the same thing in here. Or what I can do is I can select it like so, or I can select it like so, or only like this, it doesn't matter. But I will just right click and choose create classic twin, and now we are going to have this kind of animation. Okay, right now this is not something that you want to do. I just want to do this to show you. I'm going to select this keyframe, so I'm going to click on this one and with shift on this one, and I'm going to hold Alt and I'm going to drag this like so. So basically I want to have this animation twice, and I'm going to go with Control Enter to see this in the browser. And yeah, the animation is not looking very good. There is something missing. So I am going to close this, and what I need to do, and let me go back because I do not want to have the copy. What we need to do is we need to put some kind of easings. So what is going to happen when we are going to have this kind of animation? In here it is going to start fast. So this animation is going to start fast, and it is going to slow down because of the gravity. And at this point it is going to like stop or almost stop, and then it is going to start to accelerate because of the gravity. So it is going to go slowly, but it will go faster, 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 and in this point it is going to go fastest. And then another round it is going to have the momentum of the bounce, so it is going to put the floor with the fastest speed. So that's why it is going to bounce with the fast speed, and it is going to slow down as it go up. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, I don't know how more I can explain this. But yeah, I'm going to click on this keyframe, only, and I will go to the properties, and I have an option to in here classic ease. And what we want to do is we want this easy out. And basically this means that it will start fast and then it is going to slow down. We have few options, but I will go with this one, so I'm going to double click, and now I will go to this keyframe and I will go to the easings, and right now, as I said, this is going to start slowly and it is going to accelerate because of the gravity, so I will go to the easy in right now, and this means that it is going to start slowly and it is going to accelerate, and I am going to double click on this one. So right now we are going to, I can go ahead and copy this, but I am not still very satisfied with the easings. I am going to adjust them, but I can at least copy this to show you how this is going to look. So I'm going to go with Control Enter, and we are going to have something like this. Okay, I can play this one more time, but yeah. If you want, of course, you can make this animation to not be like 20 frames, but you can make it only 15 frames if you want. What we could do right now is select all of the keyframes and make it a little bit faster, like so, or make it a little bit like slower. But I do not want to do that. What I'm going to do instead is, but this is not something that you have to do. You can choose one of those easing, but I'm going to click on this one and I will go to this little pen or pencil, edit easings, and I'm going to adjust this little bit manually because I prefer to do this my way. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to position this little bit like so, and this one I'm going to position little bit like so, and I'm going to go with save and apply. And right now, let me get rid of, what I can do is right now I'm going to go to this one. So I am going to adjust this little bit. I am going to put this like so, and this I am going to put like so, and I'm going to go to save and apply. And now what I'm going to do is one more time I'm going to select these keyframes, and one more time I'm going to copy this with Alt. So we are going to rewrite the keyframes in here like so. And this little ugly thing, what we can do is we can right click and remove classic twin. So right now I am going to go with the Control Enter, and this is what I'm going to have. So bounce like this. I think that this is fine for me. If you want, you can play around with this as much as you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one more time. So I'm going to select these keyframes and I will go with Alt or Option. As I said, I guess it's Option, and I'm going to copy this like so. Now, if we want to create this kind of animation for other presents, there are a few options. One of them is, of course, make this manually to all of them, or there is an option to copy motion, but it behaves a little bit strange. So I will show you. I am going to click on this keyframe, and I'm going to with Shift click on this keyframe, and I'm going to right click, and there is an option copy motion, but it doesn't allow me to do that. But if I'm going to select only this part up to maybe this part, and I'm going to go with right click, now it allows me to copy motion. I am not really sure why it doesn't allow me to copy all of it and it only allow me to copy some of it. I really don't know, but what I'm going to basically do is I'm just going to copy this first part, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to go with copy motion, and I'm going to position myself on the timeline at the beginning, and I will go in here and I'm going to right click and I'm going to click paste motion, and right now we are going to have it like so. If you are going to have some kind of issue with this, I am not really sure. Adobe Animate sometimes behave strange. That's why I went to Photoshop to make PNGs to eliminate the strangeness, weirdness. But if you have an issue, you will have to do it one by one. But I hope it is going to be working fine for you. Now this is fine. We have this little additional keyframe. What we can do is we can just ignore this and we can copy this like so with Alt and position it like so, and it is going to automatically disappear. And I'm going to do this one more time. So I'm going to copy this and put it like so. Okay. Now we have this little also in here these frames which are like which we do not want, and also in here. So what I can do is I can select first of all this one, I can right click and choose remove frames, and I can do the same thing for this one. So I'm going to select this, and right now with shortcut Shift F5. Now I am going to, I don't know if I have this copied, so I will copy this one more time, copy motion, and I will go in here, paste motion. And if you want to get rid of this keyframe, you can right click and you can choose clear keyframe. It is going to give you, oh, I didn't want to go in here. Right now I'm going to remove classic twin for this ugliness, and I am going to copy this like so, and I'm going to copy this one more time, and I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to go with paste motion. Right now I am not going to be bothered about that keyframe because it's going to disappear anyway if I'm going to copy this like so, and if I'm going to copy this like so. Okay, so now I am going just get rid of these additional frames. So I'm going to select everything that is in here, shift F5 or right click remove frames as I showed you. So right now if I'm going to go with the control enter, we are going to have this kind of animation. Okay, so and it is going to be like looping because the beginning is the same as the end. One thing that I am going to do, but you do not need to do, is very quickly I will go and I can maybe show you. I have this another vector, and I have just this Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I just want to add some little text in there. So what I'm going to very quickly do, and I'm going to provide you this PNG in the description. Is I will go to the tutorial, I will go to the Freepik 2, and I'm going to right click, I will choose extract here, and I'm going to open this like so. And right now I will make this as a PNG, and I will give you this as a PNG, and I will also give you a link for the Freepik if you want. But right now I will just put it to the Adobe Animate as vector. So I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to drag this in there like so. And I am not going to be bothered with this as PNG for now. I will go with paste using file importer preferences because I am not going to animate this. Okay, so yeah, it had created its own layer, so I can delete this layer 6. So basically I just wanted to have something in here, and I'm going to position this on the top a little bit. And one more thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click anywhere, and I'm going to change the color of the stage to something maybe like so. So I don't like this. Maybe I can go with another ugly color, something like this. Okay, and I will go with Control Enter. So right now we are going to be able to see where is our canvas. Okay, now one thing is that I would like to offset this animation a little bit, because right now they are animating all at the same time, and I just do not like it. In After Effects there is a good way, in Adobe Animate there isn't, at least I am not aware of it, because what I can do is I can click on this keyframe, I can click on this keyframe, and I can position the whole layer to the right. But in After Effects I am able to position this whole layer to the left like so, but Adobe Animate doesn't allow me to go with like negative numbers. So in After Effects it's very easy, because I can just put it to the left, and that way I can offset it. In here I am not able, so what I'm going to do is let me just make sure that I have them in right order. If not, what you can do is like put the layers like so. But I am going to select all of the but this depends on you as you want. But I'm going to select all of the layers, and I'm going to drag them a little bit like so. And right now I'm going to select only 2 of them, and I'm going to put this like so, and I'm going to select the last one, and I'm going to put this like so. So this is not the best way, but this is something that I made. So we are going to start with like the only one, but then the second is going to appear, then third, and the last one, and they are going to be a little bit offset like so. So yeah, right now I'm going to go with Control Enter. We have some work in here that we need to do, but for now I will just go and see how this is going to look, and I think that this is fine for now. Okay, now what we can do with this. Let me first of all get rid of this ugliness, so I'm going to select it and I will go with Shift F5. And now one thing that we could do is we could go ahead and let it like so. So it just is going to disappear. This one, then this one is going to disappear. This one is going to disappear. This one is going to disappear. It's not going to disappear, but yeah, I can go with Control Enter, and I think that this looks fine, but maybe it doesn't look fine for you. So one thing what you could do is I can go ahead and extend this little bit. I can extend this little bit. I can extend also this one little bit, and also the last one. And I can just go ahead and animate this right now down. So it is not going to disappear like so, but at least it's going to fall down. So like this, and a little bit more, and the last one like this. So very quickly, Control Enter. Maybe you are not going to even be able to notice the difference, but yeah, right now they are going to just fall like so. Okay, I do not want to do that way, so I will go back with all of them. Like so, and like so. So I think that this disappearing is fine, but there is one issue, and that's if I am going to let me extend this like so, and like so for now. If I would have this for the Google AdWords, for example, and I would need to stop the animation. This is something that I am going to give you a link in the description for the tutorial where I show how to adjust banners for the Google AdWords. But what I could do is I can right click, I can choose actions, and I can type in here that this dot stop. There are better codes which allow you to loop few times and then stop, but Google AdWords sometimes only allows you, or not sometimes, Google AdWords allow you animation only for like half a minute. And if I'm going to put this okay, let me one more time get rid of this because I do not want to have this like so. So first of all, Shift F5, Shift F5. So I'm going to have this like so. It is going to disappear, it's going to disappear, and it's going to disappear. What's going to happen is that it is going to play me the animation like so, and then the banner is going to stop, and it is going to stay like this. Okay, so maybe it's going to make 3 or 4 loops, and then it's going to stay like this. It doesn't look very good, I guess. So what I'm going to do is the thing that I had before. I am going to extend this F5, 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 and it is going to, the last time it's just not going to bounce anymore, and it is going to stay there like so. So very quickly, one more time, Control Enter. I just want to show you this, and yeah, and right now it is going to stay, and it is going to stop. So yeah, this really depends on you. But yeah, I'm not going to go with this stop, so I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to one more time get rid of this like so, because I like the animation when they disappear, because I can make this as a loop, and not everybody is going to put this to the Google AdWords. So yeah, basically this is it. And maybe you may ask a question like, is it possible to rotate, for example, this present, as I showed you with After Effects? And yeah, it is possible. And am I going to show you this in this tutorial? No. I can show you this in another tutorial. It's not that complex, but it's not that easy, and there are a few issues, and I do not want to go through that. So it is obviously possible, but I'm not going to show you that in this tutorial. So right now, all I am going to do is I'm going to show you how you can export this as HTML, and I'm going to also show you how you can export this as a GIF. And as I said, I am going to provide a link in the description for the Google AdWords video banner adjustment. Yeah. So I am going to first of all save Let me make sure that I didn't miss anything, but I guess I didn't. So I'm just going to save this, Ctrl S, and I will go to the place where I want to save this. So I need to go in here, tutorial, and I'm going to create a new folder which I'm going to call animate, and I will go inside of that folder and I'm going to call this to be jump, for example, and I'm going to click save. And yeah, I have to do this in all of my tutorials. I do not have to, but I just want to. If I go in here, I am going to have my animate file, but as soon as I'm going to click Ctrl Enter to see this in the browser, it is automatically going to publish me JavaScript, HTML and images in here. So I am going to delete this because I do not want this this way. So I will delete it and I will go to the Adobe Animate. I will go to the file, publish settings, this little icon in here, and I'm going to go to the place where I want to have it. So in the animate folder, and I'm going to create new folder. I'm going to call this index. You can call it as you want. I will go inside this one. I can also call index or jump.js or export or whatever, and I will just hit save, OK, file, and publish. And right now it is going to publish me these things inside of this folder like so, and I can open this in the Firefox that I don't like, but I use it for some reason, but normally I use Chrome. But yeah, maybe I was speaking too fast right now. Maybe I'm speaking too slow, I don't know. But yeah, this is one way. And if you want this as a GIF, let me change the background for the moment, because with the GIF there is little bit issue. So I'm going to put this kind of background. This is really ugly, but yeah. I will go to the file, I will go to the export, and I will go to the export animated GIF. And I will have to wait few moments, but it's not very long. And you can see that it is ignoring my background because for some reason it ignored this stage. And it is going to put me something, I don't know why this color. But yeah, all I want to change in here is these colors to 256. I had it on this one, so I prefer to have like more colors, because like more colors the better. I don't know, maybe if you want this smaller size you can go with this, but with the smaller, but I want to go with this one. And I do not want to change anything, but right now I am going to hit cancel because the thing is that it's ignoring my background in here. So what I need to do is I need to create new layer, and I need to go to the rectangle tool, and I need to create some shape, and I am going to put this shape to the bottom. And right now it's not going to be able to ignore this because it's like it's the shape in there. And I'm going to put this kind of blue color, or I can go with the red so you can see and believe me. And I will go with little less red because I don't like this red, but yeah, I want you to be able to see this. And I have to click on this, come on, like so, okay. And I will go to the file, I will go to the export animated GIF, and yeah, and right now it is going to take me this color. So I will very quickly put it to some other, as I said, other ugly color. This is less ugly for me. Come on, I have to select this. Yeah. But yeah, like this, okay. And I will go to the file, export animated GIF one more time. And right now all you need to do is except of the waiting, is just click save, and you can save this wherever you want. So I will create new folder, and I will going to call this GIF, or maybe it's pronounced the GIF, I don't know, but I will go inside, and I'm just going to click save, and I will go to that place where I have it, in where I have this. I saved it to some other place. I saved it in here, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to open this, and this is what we are going to have. So yeah, basically this is it. If anyone had watched until the end, you can write me this in the comments. It would mean a lot to me to know that someone had been here until the end. But yeah, I am not going to waste more of your time. As I said, you can go ahead and watch this animation in After Effects, and I'm also going to make these tutorials in Spanish. So yeah, thank you very much, have a nice day, and goodbye.